More and more men are choosing to live alone. Not because they hate women. And not because they don't long for love. But because they are exhausted. Exhausted from spending their whole lives being pulled by money. Exhausted from the weight of responsibility pressing down on their shoulders. Exhausted because before they ever had the chance to live for themselves, they had to learn how to carry others. A woman who earns 10 million a month can shop, take care of herself, travel and enjoy life, and still be praised as independent and modern. But a man who earns the same amount is seen as poor. He hesitates before buying a decent outfit. Spending money on himself feels like a mistake. Before he can even catch his breath after a long day, complaints already arrive. You have no ambition. You have no style. You can't secure the future. Few people ever ask how tired he really is. What does a man struggle his whole life for? Assets to leave for his children. His salary handed over to his wife. And what remains for himself? His only sweat, exhaustion, and a silence no one pays attention to. There is a harsh truth that few people dare to say out loud. When a woman has no money, 90% of men will choose to work harder to support her. But when a man has no money, 90% of women will choose to walk away. Not because they are bad people, but because life is cruel. That is why, during the hardest stages of life, most men can only walk through them alone. No one knows how many times they have collapsed. No one sees the nights they sit silently in a dark room, their minds empty, their hearts heavy as stone. They don't cry out loud. They don't complain. They don't ask for help. They remain silent and force themselves to stand up the next day. Then when those who left them walk away, people say, men are all the same. They mock men for loving the ones who make them happy, yet hurting the ones who truly love them. Few understand that this man had been crushed long before he ever became cold. He once loved sincerely. He once sacrificed deeply. But every failure was another moment of being looked down on. Every moment of weakness was another moment of being abandoned. And eventually, that man learned to stop expressing his emotions. Not because he doesn't need love, but because he is afraid that when he is at his weakest, no one will stay. In the end, how many people are calm enough to understand this truth? To understand that behind a man's silence is a lifetime of carrying burdens. To understand that behind a strong appearance are cracks that will never be fully repaired. And to understand that sometimes what a man needs most is not judgment, not comparison, but simply someone who stays before he has succeeded.